Bharat Mata Shiv Shakti Avatar 29th May 2026 Parmatma Vaani Om Namah Shivaya. Easy Yogi children. Yes, Baba. Remember Ram in the early morning. In the early morning Amrit Vela, remember Shiv Baba. O soul, O my mind, remember the Father in the early morning. This is about the present time. On the path of devotion, people do not understand the true meaning of this. You do not have to make any sound through your lips. Simply remember the Father with love. Om Namah Shivaya. Children have the thought to explain with such a technique that everyone can understand. Although they come to the museum now and say very good, they have very little time. Even you children do not have that much time. The Father gives the direction. Remember the Father. If you cannot do it, you say that you don't have time. Maya does not give you the time to remember the Father. She makes away, she takes away your time, and then you say, Baba, my remembrance lasts for half an hour or an hour in the whole day. Those who feel that on average they remember for 2 hours, raise your hands. Yoga means yoga, connection. When a teacher teaches, the student has yoga with the teacher. Does he not? That is physical remembrance. It is a habit. For as many hours as they study in remembrance. This is the incorporeal Father. He tells the children, consider yourself to be a soul and remember the Father. For this, Baba asks, for how much time do you remember? Do you remember for 2 hours, little by little? For example, Baba is sitting here. Baba is speaking the Murli. If you do not imbibe it, your intellect wanders outside. Children in school imbibe, do they not? If there is imbibing, one would also do service. When Baba sits for an hour in the morning, do you stay in the remembrance of the Father for that 1 hour, or does your intellect wander outside? This is an absolutely new aspect. There is difficulty in this. There will be a battle with Maya. The intellect wanders somewhere or other. If you listen to everything and note it down, you can stay in remembrance. The intellect would not be able to go outside. The link should not break. Only those whose link does not break till the end will claim a high status. The Father has explained. The more you continue to remember the Father, the more you will remain in happiness. Even when you were in the Rajo stage, you were very happy. When you were in Sato Pradhan, you were very happy. Now that you have become Tamo Pradhan, you have become very unhappy. This is fixed in the drama. You children have to explain how to have yoga so that they understand that you are telling them absolutely accurately. Only this is called true yoga. This must definitely be known. This world itself is Tamo Pradhan. You should explain in such a way that they understand you are speaking from experience, not just hearsay. We ourselves were happy and have now become unhappy. These very worthy of worship deities then become worshippers, human beings. Deities are not worshippers. Only human beings are worshippers. When you are a worshipper, there is no knowledge. When you are worthy of worship, there is no devotion. There is the new world and the new world, old world. This is the accurate account of the drama. How much time does it take for the new world to become the old world? The Father has explained that the duration of the world is exactly this much. It cannot be a second more or less. It is now in the intellects of you children that 5,000 years are about to be completed. The war of atomic bombs will also take place. Along with that, there will also be natural calamities. Both will help and do the work instantly. There will be no hospitals, etc. So, where will everyone go? Even the patients will finish. Death abroad is easy because they have no experienced much happiness. They have not experienced much happiness. Here, rivers of blood will flow and then rivers of ghee. Here, there is a lot of happiness. So, there is also a lot of sorrow. There, death is very, very sweet. They will become unconscious while sitting and finished. You will be happy that their death was very easy. If there is a death, it should be like that. They would leave their bodies just sitting there. If there is the if there is the karmatit stage, they wouldn't even fall. That is the best. As you progress, you will see it will happen abroad too, that they will finish while sitting. Even while unconscious, they will have a cheerful face. There has to be some sign. The soul departs cheerfully. If there is cheerfulness in the soul, it will also appear on the body. The soul leaves the body with great happiness and a cheerful face. That is called the karmatit stage. They will claim this status. They shouldn't remember anything else. This is called leaving the body in the sweetest way. This is why the example of a snake is given. The practice will start from here and then continue. This is called incognito effort. Only you know this, others do not know. Each one knows for himself how much he remembers the Father. He is the most beloved, supremely beloved Father. Apart from you, no one else can remember the Father accurately. You know his occupation. That is why you call him the most beloved, the supremely beloved Supreme Father, Supreme Soul. Then the good thing is that he is the Father, the teacher, and the Sadguru too. If you forget the Father, remember the teacher. The guide is with you, is he not? He is the liberator and also the guide. This is right. The Father is the one who liberates you from sorrow. Baba has told you you have received the grass of knowledge. So now continue to churn the ocean of knowledge on it. You will remember the Father and you will also remember the cycle. Your mercury of happiness will also remain high. We will shed our bodies and become princes. You do not have this feeling. Children have received the knowledge. Now, children have the thought to claim a high number. The teacher will also be happy. He will see that if you study well, you will pass well. The teacher also gets a promotion. If many fail, the teacher is transferred. You have the knowledge of the whole world in your intellects. No one else has it. All of them belong to the Shudra community. This is the deity community. You remember this in your intellects, do you not? The knowledge should continue to play inside. Maya creates many obstacles in this. You have to make a lot of effort so that your eyes do not deceive you. You can gain victory in this only when you remain bodiless. When we are Baba's children, our eyes remain civil. It is very easy. We are souls, are we not? The Father is also there. Yet remembrance does not stay. Baba is sitting right next to me. Yet, just as you remember, my intellect wanders here and there even more. Yes, it is easier than for the children. I am sitting next to Baba. I remember him while eating, yet I forget. Now you children have come to know everyone's occupation. On the path of devotion, no one knows anyone's occupations. Actors know the creator, director, and main actors of the drama, do they not? If, being a human, one does not know, he would be called an idiot, would he not? Now, by understanding, you are changing from humans into deities. Now you know that we are idiots, monkeys. We were monkeys in this very birth, and then in this very birth, we are becoming worthy of becoming the masters of the world. You understand that we were worse than monkeys. You say, do you not? You are a donkey. They say that God is omnipresent. The knowledge of omnipresence is absolute wildness. Now you understand there are many types of human beings. Some say, wherever I look, I see only Radhe. A worshipper of Krishna will say only Krishna. It is the path of devotion. Is it not? There are many types of worship. Where does your intellect go now? We will come into the new world. There will be no temples, there will be no knowledge either. Knowledge is only for going from the old world to the new world. It is Raj Yoga. Is it not? The time. The king and queen, the double crowned ones, are Lakshmi and Narayan. Are they not? But they do not understand anything. They keep saying, Amba, Amba. Lakshmi would not be called Amba. There are so many names Kali, Chandika. Now, you children forget everything. You even have to forget the body. It is God speaking, is it not? The Gita is highly respected. Many mothers also sit and recite the meaning of the Gita in Sanskrit. There are many different types. Banaras is the hub. Titles are received from here. That is why Baba had sent you. Go and surround the Vidvat Mandali. Now they come, they understand it is right. But when they go outside, they become exactly as they were. They think about what to do. If they say that the Gita was sung by Shiva, everyone will ask, where did you learn this from? Children understand that this is a study. There is also an aim and objective, but there is effort in the pilgrimage of remembrance. Maya creates obstacles. If your thoughts go in another direction, it means Maya has come. The Father is one, whereas Maya has many forms. When the intellect wanders, Maya pulls it. It takes time to reach the karmatit stage. We reach it every cycle and then the war will begin. When you become Sato Pradhan, a new world is definitely needed for you. This is one life. This is the first class, invaluable life. This is godly knowledge. God sits and teaches you. Previously, you had Krishna in your intellects. Now you remember Shiv Baba. But for this to sit in the intellect that he is such a tiny point, that does not sit. They consider him to be large. In devotion too, they have made him large. Some remember very well, I am a soul. That tape is recorded. Now that a body has been adopted, the tape continues to play. Is God's tape, that is his soul, the smallest of all, or would a human soul's tape be smaller? His activity is of knowledge. The Father speaks knowledge, so there is definitely a record. Is there anyone else whose record is smaller than the Father's? The period is shorter. The period is shorter. You understand all these things now. What would poor human beings know? You understand that the Supreme Soul is the highest on high. He alone has all the knowledge. He is called knowledgeful. The record period of you souls is large. It is a full 5000 years for those who come at the very beginning. Sweet children, remember the Father very well. Keep charging your battery because it has become completely discharged. Now only you have received that technique to charge it. You do as much service as you imbibe. Baba is the gardener and the assistant gardener is also with him. The father can understand everyone's imbibing very well, but he does not tell you so that you don't lose heart. At this time, mothers do more service. Mothers have to be given reward. Men recite many scriptures, etc., on the path of devotion. Real knowledge is received from the mothers, which is why the mother's name is glorified more. You are establishing one religion. You should have this intoxication. The original eternal deity religion is being established. There should be that eternal happiness. The more you remember the Father, the more your sins will be cut away and your happiness will increase. Whenever you get time, you must practice this. You receive the sovereignty of the world from the Father. If you continue to remember just this, you are very fortunate. By diving into the Manas Sarovar lake of knowledge, you will become angels of knowledge. There is a pond about which they say that by diving into it human beings become angels. There is also a period in pond in Rangoon. Now you children are diving into the ocean of knowledge. The father explained so easily. Although you live in your household, remember the father. Those who do not have bondages, etc., can pick up knowledge instantly. The Father has entered this one. It is not that the Father made him renounce it, it was as though dispassion began to emerge. This world is to end. Having seen destruction, why would dispassion not come? Sannyasis do not have visions of destruction. He understood. Why should I attach my heart to something that is going to be destroyed? This is called unlimited dispassion. Why have love for something that is going to finish? The Father sits and explains to souls. This whole world is to end. Now remember heaven. Remember the Father and the inheritance. If you remember the Father, the inheritance is already there. The meaning of Manmanabhav is also remember me and you will become four armed. That is, you will become emperors and empresses. He explained so easily. Destruction is bound to happen. Therefore, all of this has to be renounced. Then you will become that in the new world. So you have to renounce it before destruction. Do you not? Baba became full of happiness and had disinterest in the whole world. In the same way, you children also become detached from this entire old world. There is knowledge, devotion, and then dispassion. All of this is going to be destroyed. Now we have to go back home. We have to make effort for this. This whole world will be destroyed, and then we will go to the new world via the land of peace. You just have to continue to remember the Father, sweet Father, the sweet home, and the sweet kingdom. The Father also tells you, children, you now have to go to the new world. So remember the Father and the new world. Even then, the intellect wanders in other directions. The Father says, during the day, you may do your business, etc. Remember Ram in the early morning. In the early morning, Amrit Vela, remember Shiv Baba. O soul, O my mind, remember the Father in the early morning. This is about the present time. On the path of devotion, people do not understand the true meaning of it. Of this, you do not have to make any sound through your lips. Simply remember the Father with love. He is the unlimited Baba. You have received this introduction. The Father says, if you remember me, you will go to heaven. If you give the introduction to others too, you will claim a high status. There is great pleasure in the morning. Whether you sit up or walk around, remember the Father. You know that destruction is definitely going to take place. Then we will go to our home. You leave your clothes here, do you not? Every cycle you continue to receive the same clothes and the same features. This is the unlimited tree which has to be understood very well. Place, etc., are limitless. How much will you remember them? If you remember the Father, it is as though you remember the tree. That is why the Father says, Man Manabhav, remember the Father and the new world. There is nothing that cannot be understood. There are only two words. If you want to go to heaven, you also have to imbibe divine virtues. Children will imbibe them automatically without being told. Since you have to become like this, you definitely have to imbibe divine virtues, do you not? He explains so well every day to the children of all the centers. Acha, To the spiritual children, love, remembrance, and good morning from the spiritual father and Dada. The spiritual father says Namaste to the spiritual children. Do you remember Shiv Baba? Lots of love and remembrance to my beloved sweet, sweet Bab Dada and Mat Pita. Namaste Baba. Om Namah Shivaya. Blessing. May you be an embodiment of an example. What is the method to become an embodiment of an example? That is, an example in front of many souls. Before performing an action, stabilize yourself in the Trikaldarshi stage. Become a knower of the three aspects of time, and by performing actions, knowing the beginning, middle, and end of the action, no action will become a sinful action. It will always be a righteous action. By playing your part as a detached observer, while performing actions, you will not become a soul bound in the bondage of any karma. Even while constantly performing actions, you will experience yourself to be detached and loving to the Father. So, children who play their parts by becoming such a Trikaldarshi and detached observers constantly remain detached and loving and become an embodiment of an example. Om Namah Shivaya.